Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 11, episode 12. Before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. So we are back at the La Quinta, and Erica is still in Kyle's bathroom. She is still crying. Garcelle is in the living room with the rest of the girls trying to defend herself. However, for some reason, Dorit has decided that she's about to cape for Erica and she wants to pretty much let Garcelle know that what she did wasn't right. And the rest of the girls were also acting as if, Garcelle had just broke some kind of cardinal rule. Well, first of all of you cross the line all the time. You always go a little too far all the time. And Crystal has just said not once, not twice, not 3 times, but about 4 or 5 times that when Erica made the comment that she did not want their conversation to be repeated to the rest of the ladies, Garcelle was not there. Garcelle was not there. Now also in private, Kyle and Sutton both said, "What's the big deal? He's your husband. He called you. So what?" Well, the big deal is Erica slipped up. She should have never mentioned that Tom had been reaching out to her because she mentioned in one of her private one-on-ones that her lawyer told her that if anybody should ask you, "Have you spoken to Tom?" the answer should always be no. She slipped up, and that's why she's upset. That's why she's in the bathroom screaming, crying, and having a fit. They also say allegedly off camera, she had some sort of blow up with the producers stating that the producers are getting the girls to ask her these questions knowing that she can't really talk about it and that they're angling the show around her problems. And of course they are. This is Bravo. Shady, shady Bravo. They want to get all the shade they can get. They may not be angling these girls into ask you the questions that they're asking you. I can tell you that I think that Dorit, Kyle, and Lisa want it to be centered around you. The more we are laser focused on you, the less they are focused on them. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's all alleged, but that's just my opinion.
Whatever's going on with Erica right now, it has to be major because she looks broken. There has to be something else going on.
Okay, so I just want to know, can you say that again for the people in the back? For the people in the back or the people in the living room. I mean, there is something else happening here. All of this crying and blowing up and acting out. There's more than just this divorce, and there's more to this story. The story just evolves every episode. The more sit downs that she has with these ladies, the more the story grows. At some point, her attorneys have to just want to throw in the towel. I quit, ma'am. I mean, seriously, get off this reality TV show and stop it. Stop it, girl. I mean, they've got Erica. Then you have some sort of story that's allegedly going around about Mary Crosby from Salt Lake City. Supposedly her and her son got arrested for allowing her son's underage girlfriend to live there. And all of this has been caught by the Bravo cameras. So we are about to see her mess. She says it's a misunderstanding. She wasn't even home. Well, we're about to find out, Mary M. Crosby. We are about to find out. Then you still have the Jen Shaw case. And allegedly, I'm hearing that Stewart, yes, assistant number 1 Stewart, I am hearing that he has allegedly flipped. He is working with the prosecution against Jen. I have heard that allegedly a lot of her co-conspirators are now laser focused on her to save their own butts. And she is prosecutors' number 1 focus right now. So the first thing that comes to my mind, Jen Shaw, plea deal. I'm just saying. And people are starting to wonder what Coach knew. Boy, oh boy, I hope he didn't know anything. I really like him. But I have a feeling that he may have known a little something. Not that he's had $20 million put into any of his business accounts or personal accounts like allegedly Erica Jane Girardi. But how could you not know a little bit of something? All that stuff she was buying, all those fancy cars, all those 15 assistants, rolling around the office on roller skates should have been one of our first clues. But anyway, this is not about that. This is just about the barrage of housewives who are in trouble. Ladies, a little tiny note, a little PSA. If you're doing anything crazy or crooked, don't get on the reality. Don't get on the reality TV. I'm just saying. During the editing of this video, I found the trailer for the new season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I have attached it in the description box. Check it out. It seems as if The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, they are handling Jen's case way different than The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Moving on.
This isn't about Garcelle. This is about Erica and her problems. So it makes me think, is Erica being honest with us?
Okay. You know what? People can say what they want to say about Sutton. I say stuff about her all the time. I think she's nuts. But I think she has a really good heart. And I also think she may be crazy like a fox. So Erica decides to go back to LA. Garcelle at one point wanted to leave too. She was really devastated. She was upset. She was crying. She didn't want to hurt Erica. She didn't want this major blow up. But Erica decides to go, and all of the ladies, of course, Lisa, Dorit, and Kyle run out with Erica to see her to her car. And of course, oh, I don't know why Garcelle did that. Oh my goodness. I mean, it was just a little too much for me, a lot too much for me. Calm down, okay? Everyone makes mistakes from time to time. Maybe it wasn't the right time to bring it up. But at the same time, she said it on camera already. It wasn't as if it wasn't going to get put out there. Garcelle makes this comment that she feels that she's on the outside of their inner circle. And that's true. Are you kidding me? That is absolutely true. It's happened in the past before. Whenever Kyle and Lisa Rinna decide that they want to rally around somebody, they will absolutely make sure that the other people know it. Oh, this is my best friend. This is my girl. I mean, you've seen how Kyle acted with Teddy last season. So when they come back in, Lisa Rinna says, I don't think we should be asking questions like this. And she starts to try to judge Garcelle. She's got all these comments. She's standing up on this high horse.
Why did you feel like you had to ask that in that moment? I don't think it's our job to ask her questions unless she wants to share it.
I said, okay. So are we supposed to forget the way you treated Kim? The way you treated Lisa Vanderpump? The way you treated Camille? The way you treated Yolanda and Denise? Girl, if you don't quit playing Lisa Rinna. Seriously. Girl, you need to get off of that high horse before somebody just knocks you clean off. Girl, you're the worst. And you have the nerve to try to judge Garcelle. And she was on Watch What Happens later that night, and she makes this statement that she's learned from her mistakes in the past. No, you haven't. No, you haven't. And then she says that it's hard for her to carry these seasons on her back. Andy, fire her so that she can see how a season is supposed to go. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I think Erica is carrying the season, not you. So all the ladies get dressed to the nines to have dinner at the house. Again, I don't get it. We're in the house. Why in the world are we dressing up to sit here at Kyle's table, which we've sat at 6 or 7 times? I don't think so. I just don't. I would come down to dinner dressed in jeans and a t-shirt. I'm having the same Ruth Chris here at the kitchen table. I don't think so, no. When Kathy comes down, she says, wow, you guys are really dressed up for dinner. Dorit has gone all out. And Kathy says, you don't want to save that outfit for something else? Yeah, a night out with your husband. Not here with us. Garcelle does let the ladies know that she sent a text message to Erica saying how sorry she really was, but she hadn't heard back and she didn't expect to hear back anyway.
Not do it intentionally.
Is there anything you can own in it?
Excuse me?
Garcelle needs to check herself as to why she does what she does. Garcelle throws little darts. This is not somebody that has your back. And that's what I'm trying to get Garcelle to just take a peek at. Is there any part of it that you can own in it?
Absolutely not.
You know, I just wonder if Lisa ever thinks before she opens her mouth. Are you really the person that should be giving Garcelle any advice? I don't think so. No. This woman is really hypocritical. It's the pot calling the kettle black. You know what I mean?
Let's get really clear. Make me understand what happened.
I wish I had been told not to say anything because I wouldn't, and I wasn't, and I overstepped.
Okay, that's good.
I overstepped.
That's good right there.
I did not do it deliberately, so I have nothing to own. I'm just trying to shut her up.
I just wish Lisa Rinna would shut up. You know, sometimes I just wonder, why doesn't anybody ever, just a little nudge, oh, Lisa, could you just shut on up? You know, in a nice way. Hey, Lisa, you're talking too much. You know, something like that. That's nice, right? Maybe.
And I heard that you had an issue with somebody saying, I don't see color.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Somebody had told Kathy to say that. Or somebody in production is nudging her to say things, because every time she does stuff like this, it's just out of the blue. And why are they always playing these ridiculous games at very happy to see that Sutton said, I have nothing to say. We've already had this conversation and I'm not going down this road.
You can see me as a woman, you can see me as a mother, you can see me as a friend, but if you don't see color, then you don't see me.
I need you to see color. I'm still a black woman at the end of the day. That shows up before my intelligence, before my fashion. That shows up before anything when I walk in a room. And I need you to see that.
She's saying that everybody to her is equal.
But we're
But
not. We're not equal.
But I think we are.
Right, that is the conversation
We're
we
not.
That's
had.
the conversation that we need to have that.
Yeah, we're not equal.
What does that mean?
we?
Because we are not treated equally as you are.
Wait, can I say
And I'm not
something?
saying
we should
you.
be. But we should be.
Can I say something?
We're not talking about should. We're talking about what's reality.
We should be, but we're not.
You know what? I was really triggered. I was triggered. The fact that they were sitting there acting as if everyone is treated the same, acting as if they have gone through anything that Garcelle and Crystal and all women of color have been through is ridiculous. Everyone knows there is a difference. If you don't know, where have you been? Where has your head been buried? There is a...
And Jade can't drive yet, but I worry about Oliver being pulled over. I worry about it every day. Because in an instant, he's not my son. He's just a black man. And, this world doesn't see the value in black men.
Now, you know, as I watched that episode, at that very moment that Garcelle started talking, my son grabbed the car keys to go hang out with his friends. And as soon as he picked up the keys, I reminded him, I said, follow and obey all traffic rules. Keep your music to a comfortable level. If you are pulled over, be respectful. Keep your hands up. You know, we go through this every time my son is leaving. So I get it. I understand it. And that is one of the differences. So when they play this game and go back and forth, same thing with Ramona and all of her crap over there in New York, stop doing that.
And we've had a lot of people that work for us that are very multicultural. I've had a lot of Black and Hispanic and Filipino, and my kids are used to it. I mean, some of the people they've loved most in this world are dark skinned, and they,
But
you know.
is the brown people only help at your house?
No.
Okay.
No, you've got
In fact, my mother's
everybody.
best friend is Black.
Awesome. I just wanted to clarify that.
Right then, I had decided I'm done with Dorit. I really am. This woman is absolutely tone deaf. And all these people that you're naming off, they work for you. They clean your pool. They clean your house. These people are not your friends. And this is not a good example at all. And then you want to play that my mom's best friend is Black. Really? Okay. Where are your Black friends besides Garcelle? Don't play these games, Dorit. I'm serious. I have always been a huge fan of Dorit. You know, except for sometimes she talks a little too much, but I really like Dorit. It's those kind of comments. Ma'am, please. I know that Dorit is not a racist woman. I do not get racist from Dorit at all. I just think she's doing too much right now. If you don't know what to say, or if you don't know how to put the words together to convey what you're trying to say, it's all right to just be quiet. It really is.
Would you do me a favor? Can everyone just rinse their plate and put it in the dishwasher?
It's on vacation. Can you just get some help?
I don't have help here.
I'm just saying that if we go on vacation, we can all kind of chip in maybe to have someone to help us clean up.
Kyle, what kind of a vacation is this? We dressed for dinner, not for dishes.
Now listen, I appreciate Kyle. I mean, that just came off really pretentious. I mean, you're too good to scrape your plate and put it in the dishwasher? I mean, and who's gonna complain about that? You're at this woman's house. Just scrape your plate. Slide it in the dishwasher. As a matter of fact, if I was there, I would have collected everyone's plates, scraped them, and put them in the dishwasher anyway. But I mean, you were Johnny on the spot when somebody needed to carry Kathy's bag upstairs. You ran to get those straws. You'll do anything Kathy tells you to do, but you won't scrape your plate. Too bad Kyle didn't ask Kathy to ask. And the crazy thing is, Kathy went right in and scraped her plate. This is ridiculous. So the next morning, the girls get up and they are alerted to a LA Times article talking about the case between Tom and Erica.
As loans were going from accounts to EJ Global LLC.
Her account.
Girardi improperly funneled more than $20 million into Erica Jane's entertainment company.
We got action. All right now. The ladies are reading this article. They are going through it word by word. They just found out about the alleged funneling of $20 million into EJ Global's account, which stands for Erica Jane. So now, as they're reading this, I'm watching the show and I'm saying, oh, so are they just going to stand by and not ask any questions and just, oh, Erica, woo, woo, woo. Are they going to do that? Or we're going to start getting real? So it seems that Sutton has gotten up early and she has read the article a few times. And now they're ready to ask the hard questions. Garcelle says this is not a tabloid magazine. This is the LA Times. She said the LA Times don't play around. And she also knows that they would give a heads up. So she believes that Erica got a heads up and that's why she was in the bathroom crying. That's why she blew up at Garcelle and that's why she left. And I'm willing to put a few dollars on it that Garcelle is right. I didn't even know about that group of ladies with the hormones. I don't know about that. That is awful. Kyle also believes that Erica must have gotten a heads up about that article, and that's also the reason that she headed out of there so fast.
If I had $20 million in my account, whether it was over 20 years or 1 year, it would be very strange. But I also know where my homes are, and I've been to them.
Okay. I've been saying that. I would definitely need to find out why someone would have put $20 million in my account. And Kyle says, she knows where her homes are. She knows where her homes are. And that's weird. It really is. Even if you do have a strict husband or a rude husband or just foul-mouthed husband, at some point, don't you start digging and searching and looking? Because I can tell you what, if I ended up with $20 million in my account, I'm going to ask. And if he doesn't want to tell me, I'm going to have to see. I'm going to figure something out. I'm going to be in his home office. I'm going to figure out a way to show up at his law office while he's at lunch. I'll just wait for him in his office. You know what I mean? I'm going to find out something, and I'm definitely going to get a list of all the properties that he owns. If I'm asking him, where is your property in La Quinta, and he doesn't want to tell me, do you think that I wouldn't be online searching properties? Oh, yes, because I want to know. If anything ever falls apart, I need to know what you have. Lisa says that, she believes that Tom took care of everything and she's been married to Harry Hamlin for such a long time that Harry gives her contracts all the time and she just signs them. Well, that's a problem for me. I don't care who my husband is. I don't care how rich he is. And I don't care how much I love this dude. Sit a contract down in front of me and think that I'm just going to sign it? No, sir. No, sir. I need to know what I'm signing because this could get us in trouble. By us, I mean me, okay? Do what you want, but I'm not coming down with you. I'm just saying, you see what happened to Teresa over in Jersey, and she said that's what happened to her, that Joe allegedly just set papers out and told her she needed to sign them, so she just did because she trusted him. I don't care, okay? I know that Joe and Harry Hamlin are two different people, but no, I believe in covering my butt. No, ma'am.
known her 5 years, you've known her 6 years, you've known her 6 years.
I don't know her.
So Kathy just wants the record to reflect that she doesn't know her. I said, is Kathy Mariah Carey now? I'm just saying. Dorit's on the phone with PK and Boy George, and PK lets her know that he's also read the LA Times article, and I'm paraphrasing, but he says that they cannot blindly support Erica, especially with these victims out here. They need to start asking her some hard questions and getting some straight answers before they're out here supporting her. I said, all right, PK. He's all the way in London reading the LA Times. Dorit tells him that she's got all kinds of questions in her head right now, and she's definitely gonna ask them. So Sutton tells Kyle that since they've gotten back from La Quinta, she has read the article over and over, and she believes that Erica has known a little more than what she's saying, and she's wondering if there's gonna be any consequences for them for being associated with Erica. I don't think there's going to be any consequences for them being associated with Erica, but I can kind of understand what she's saying as far as reputation. You know, she's a business owner. People might start to think birds of a feather, but I really think that Sutton and the rest of the girls are okay. Andy asked Lisa about it when she was on Watch What Happens, and she said something rude that Sutton doesn't have any business. And Andy said she does have a store, and she acted as if that was nothing. Just rude. And remember, she brought Sutton onto the show. The woman is a mess. Kyle lets the rest of the girls know that Sutton wants to meet with everyone to talk about Erica without Erica being there. And Dorit is going to host it at her house. When they get to Dorit's house, Lisa and Kyle bring up that Erica had posted a picture of Tom's mistress to her Instagram. And I remember seeing that post because I do follow Erica on Instagram. And it was quickly gone. So while they were explaining it, they said, yeah, she posted it and then it was disappeared right away. And Lisa Rinna says that she called Erica, and Erica told her that her attorneys told her to take it down immediately. And I know that they did, because the lady, the alleged mistress, is allegedly a judge in Los Angeles, and she allegedly threatened to sue the pants off of Erica. So I know that's right. Take it down. Now, I don't know if that woman was truly 100% his mistress, but it kind of seemed that way. And in my opinion, I think she might have been. Garcelle then lets the girls know that she had asked Erica 4 weeks earlier if she thought Tom was cheating on her, and she said no. So now they're wondering, why did she lie about it?
Left La Quinta thinking something's amiss. I think that we have heard stories that, to me, don't add up.
That basically sounds like you're saying, I don't believe you, Erica, and I think you're guilty.
That was my question.
I have questions. I am not sure how much I want to be around my friend during this time.
Now, you know what, like I said earlier in this video, I don't think that Sutton is going to be in any kind of trouble for hanging around with Erica, but at least she's taking the blinders off and she's realizing that there is something wrong with Erica's story. She wants the rest of the pieces to this puzzle, and so does everybody else, quite frankly. Like I said before, if Erica comes out of this court case and they say that she is absolutely innocent, I will definitely make a full-fledged video saying that I am absolutely 100% sorry, and I will tag her in it so that she knows that I apologize for calling you guilty. And I'm not saying that she is 100% guilty, but what I'm saying is I believe she knew something. You cannot have accounts with that much money in it and not know something or ask questions. Where did this money come from? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, you guys, get down in the comments. What did you think of this episode? And until next time, bye.